Step in unison. Let's go! The 1975 horror movie Jaws. Even now, you can still hang a lot of bad movies. A giant white shark is cunning and ferocious. Open the bloody mouth, exposing the sharp teeth of a hacksaw. Rip people to shreds like a meat grinder. This really scared a lot of viewers back then. From then on, the notoriety of the great white shark. It has also become a childhood shadow for many people. People are such fierce sea lords, but not invincible. Summer of 2017. In the waters off the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa, the waves washed up the carcasses of 5 great white sharks. The largest one is over 3 meters long. It weighs about 3 tons. It takes 14 people to barely lift it. Scientists discovered through dissection all but a few bite marks on these victims. It was disemboweled. All organs are intact, except for the liver. Such a fierce killer was also hunted. In order to find the culprit behind the scenes, marine biologists decided to investigate further. Given the terrifying power of the great white shark, to get close to them you have to use the anti-salon. However, over the next few months, photographed by scientists, it's all scenes of their wanton slaughter. Great white sharks are very strategic in hunting sea lions, because sea lions are small, but like to live in groups. If you encounter natural enemies, they tend to come together and fight them off. Great white sharks are also afraid of injury, so it won't be forced. Retreating is the best strategy. There's always a time to let your guard down and he decides. It's those who are negligent and single. As long as he gets the chance, prey is likely to be smashed. Two larger sea lions attempt to rescue, but dare not approach. The crazy bite of the great white shark soon cut the prey in half. In less than a minute, the sea lion becomes a lump of mincemeat. If the sea market ventured into the deep sea, once discovered by great white sharks, very likely under surprise attack from the bottom up. Through long-term observation, scientists have discovered that if there is a pack of prey, great white sharks often choose small prey. Isn't the bigger one more meaty? That doesn't seem very logical. To test this idea, they did this experiment. They made to see models, one big and one small, hang it at the end of the bed for drinking. The results confirmed. 9 times out of 10, the great white shark chose the small target. Scientists speculate that sea lions have very sharp teeth. Possible damage to great white sharks. Great white sharks avoid risks. Just choose a bite of moderate size. Do as much as you can. The teeth of a great white shark are triangular in shape. Length can reach 5 to 10 centimeters. A proper giant hacksaw. To keep your teeth sharp, they trade in their whole lives. Timely replacement of new teeth. When a tooth falls out, a new tooth will grow in the back. New teeth for replacement originally grew in the grooves in the upper and lower jaws, then slowly move forward like a conveyor belt. Frequency of replacement possible from about 10 days to months. It is precisely because of such a powerful weapon. In the ocean, they literally can eat whatever they want. Even sea turtles in armor are not immune. Turtle shells are mainly composed of calcium carbonate and collagen. Thickness can reach 5 cm, but it's still impossible to escape death when encountering a great white shark. Even some hapless seabirds are hunted. Kill! These gluttonous guys are really not picky eaters. Sometimes, even a giant horseshoe can't escape bad luck. Every year, more than 30,000 humpbacks bypass Hong from the southern hemisphere. Migration to Beijing waters. Go in search of nutritious scale shrimp to store fat. People in the waters of the Good Hope Bridge. It's home to hundreds of great white sharks. Those underage friendships, easily killed. Scientists can often see the body of the settler leaving shocking wounds. Sometimes the nets cast by fishermen become accomplices. A right whale became entangled in a fishing net and couldn't swim, but every once in a while they come out of the water for air. Prove that he is still alive. However, the blood gushing from the wound on his back has dyed the sea red. Great white sharks have a very keen sense of smell. The nostrils are located steadily downward. Connect with hydrangea. Hydrangeas are vertebrates, the neural structure of the forebrain involved in the sense of smell. The great white shark's hydrangea are the largest of all sharks, 18% of the total brain mass. So they can smell up to a kilometer away. Is diluted to a concentration of 1/500th of the blood. The blood gushing out of the seat is like a stimulant, soon attracted a body length. Great white sharks over for meters. Almost without any hesitation, he pounced on it and bit it. Just bite off the tail cone of the prey. He will be completely incapacitated. Maybe the great white shark knew. Whales breathe with their lungs, so the best way to kill them is to flood them. The great white shark scrambled onto the whale's back, pressed down desperately, until he suffocated to death. The next step is to enjoy a hearty meal of lean meat. Smell the delicious great white sharks coming to eat. The whale carcass was gnawed to pieces. Great white sharks prefer fat because it can be quickly converted into energy. A week later, they can eat their prey down to a skeleton. The entire ocean, no matter whether the prey is small or large, as long as the great white shark is willing, it seems to be included in the recipe. Killer whales are the largest predators in the ocean. The record length of an adult male is 9.75 meters, weight 9,520 per kilogram. The largest female is 8.5 meters long, weight 7,500 kilogram. Killer whales are renowned as the smartest ocean hunters, good at cooperative hunting, like a seal in a big ambush. They can also make waves shock waves, blow it down. Seals are rich in fat, favored by killer whales. If food is plentiful, the taste of killer whales becomes extremely tricky. They only eat the tender, smooth livers of their prey. Everything else that's edible goes to waste. For example, the rocker fish that likes to hide in the sediment of the bottom of the sea. Even if you are good at disguise, it's also hard to escape the killer whale's microelectrical induction, since only in time to hide in the rock crevices to escape. But if it is hunted by multiple killer whales, it's hard to escape. Killer whales can explode it in one bite. The exposed liver is just enough for a bite, equivalent to a small snack. The remaining bodies were thrown to the bottom of the sea. In order to eat a larger liver, they turned their attention to 7 or 3 kills. This 7-3 kill is 3 meters long, weighs close to 100 kilograms, but it's only a small one in front of the tiger tendon. Killer whales use their tails to lash their prey. You can stun it with a big arm. And then the killer whales will act like surgeons. Complete a precise liver curvature surgery. The remaining corpse will fall like leaves to the bottom of the sea. Killer whales have big appetites and a lot of family members. To feed every member, more must be hunted or pit bigger prey. So the great white shark was honored. A 350 kilogram great white shark. This liver weighs 175 pieces. Dirty sum. This is too tempting for the liver maniac. Scientists often find great white sharks have bite marks on them. The bite marks are neat and very wide. It doesn't look like it was caused by the same kind. When great white sharks encounter their own kind, to avoid losing both sides, often take the initiative to stay away. Rarely attack each other, then use exclusion. It can hit them hard in the ocean. Only killer whales. Scientists have tried to test this idea, also did an experiment, and they recorded the humpbacks play in the ocean. The great white shark seemed to hear a meal bell, turn around and rush to the source of the sound. Pretty soon, there are several great white sharks around the imitation salon. The sound of prey strikes their murderous nerves. Individual grumpy ones even start bite prevention salon. If there are no protective measures, scientists are doomed, I'm afraid. Here we go! They replaced the sound with the call of killer whales. The great white shark instantly turned around and fled. Little things disappear without a trace. They were very frightened. It's as if this fear is hardwired into our genes. This makes scientists even more convinced it's killer whales that hunt great white sharks. Until a few days later, they captured the most realistic hunting scene. The onslaught of the killer whale instantly knocked out the great white shark. After he reacts, successfully dodged the second attack. Killer whales fight back to avoid prey, cause self-injury. Been circling around looking for the right moment. He was very confident in his fatal blow just now. The internal organs of the prey are severely damaged. It won't last long. Sure enough, he stopped moving after a few minutes. The killer whale dragged 6 to the bottom of the sea, divided with group members and lost. And the most delicious part of the liver, left to the head of the family. In nature, eating and being eaten depends on one's own strength. Even the overlords of the oceans are not foolproof. For humans, sharks are not the biggest threat, and human fishing is dealing a devastating blow to them. According to the statistics of the Smithsonian Institution, the number of sharks caught each year, at least 100 million. Humans cut off their fins alive, then throw the bloody corpse into the sea. If marine ecology continues to suffer severe damage, the moment the food chain collapses, none of us can stay out of it.